Talking livestock now and how to overhaul your pasture for Bermudagrass. Today, Dr. Dave Lalman, our OSU Extension beef cattle specialist, is talking with the senior herd manager at the North Range, Jay Edens.
My name is David Lalman. I'm an Extension beef cattle specialist and professor here at Oklahoma State University. We're out at the Range Cow Research Center, North Range unit here at Oklahoma State, which is about 10 miles west of Stillwater and kind of north central Oklahoma. We wanted to talk to you today about a pasture renovation project we've just about completed here at the Range Cow Research Center this spring. With me is Mr. Jay Edens. Jay is the senior herd manager here at the Range Cow Research Center. And Jay, if you don't mind, would you just kind of step us through the process of what was done here, and we'll maybe talk a little bit about the cost.
Sure.
In a bit.
Sure. So March 14th, we had a wildfire come through here, as most of Oklahoma had wildfires going on. We took advantage of that opportunity when all of this pasture burned. It had previously been an old world blue stem, which is not very productive for our use, and we wanted to renovate it into something that was more productive. Bermuda is what we chose. And so we allowed the regrowth to come after the fire for about 2 weeks, at which time we then sprayed it with 2 quarts per acre of glyphosate. And after that, we gave it a rest for 2 weeks and gave it a second spraying and totally killed out every type of vegetation that was here. From then on, we were able to fertilize with DAP, which is phosphate, and in that we also added our seed, and we broadcast spread that across the entire pasture.
Yeah, saved the need to sprig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
And so we seeded it at about 10 pounds per acre of Bermuda seed, and what was available for us at that time was 60% Wrangler, 25% common Bermuda, and 15% giant. So that's kind of what we have spread out across here, are those 3 varieties.
Okay.
After an initial 4 weeks of allowing it to establish and to grow to the point where it had about 6-inch runners, we then came back with 100 pounds of urea per acre on this pasture.
So about 50 units of nitrogen, approximately.
Right.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Absolutely.
The first thing we did was called our Extension County agent, which is Jennifer Patterson, and our forage specialist, Brian Pugh. And that was kind of the recipe they gave us to go through this process. And it helps to have the rain we had. Yeah.
We were inundated by moisture,
yeah,
which is exactly what we needed for that seed to germinate.
Yeah, but the results are just phenomenal. Tell us about the cattle you've got out here already grazing it. Here it is, middle of July nearly, and,
Sure.
and we just broadcast this in May.
Yeah. So we have with us right now, we've got 60 head of 650-pound steers. They've been on this Bermuda already for 19 days, and you can hardly tell that they've made a dent in it,
Yeah.
but they really like it.
Last thing, Jay, why don't you just go through a little bit about the cost of what it costed to renovate this pasture?
Sure. So the total cost on this project was about $143 an acre for the glyphosate, the fertilizer, and the seed cost. Yeah, the seed cost was the highest. It was about $80 an acre. It was about $25 an acre for the glyphosate, and the rest was the fertilizer. And so total cost was about $143.
Yeah, so the only thing that doesn't include is the use of your tractor and your time.
Right.
So that give folks an idea of about what it might cost to do
Yes.
that. But outstanding results so far this year. Again, we can be thankful for the good rain pattern that we had to help make this work. But wow, not having to sprig it like many people have to do has just been a really good renovation.
And to be able to use it this first year, this soon after, is great.
Yeah, very, very, very nice. And yeah, we'll hopefully be able to use this pasture much more throughout different times of the year now now that
Absolutely.
it's been renovated. So
Yes.
that's been our pasture renovation project, and hopefully that be helpful to some of you.